Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Connections LLC. I am Angelina, your spiritual alignment coach. And today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about success. What is success? What does it look like? What does it mean to have an obstacle? What do obstacles look like for each individual person? I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my success. So, over here beside me, unfortunately, I can't really show you without messing up the camera, but I have a huge pile of notebooks. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you why I have a huge pile of notebooks. But as you know, right, I've had this channel for quite some time and I've been kind of dabbling with it here and there, sort of inconsistent. It's like something that I love and something that I want to continue to pursue and I want to continue to grow it. But because life kind of gets in the way, I sort of like throw it over there to the side and hope to God that eventually I'll be able to come back to it. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about these notebooks. So if you are spiritual on your spiritual journey, working with a mentor, the very first piece of advice is going to be make sure you get yourself a journal. Right. And I tell it to my clients and I tell it to myself, and I have a million notebooks to prove that I do, in fact, journal. But here's the problem. Just like with my YouTube channel, sometimes I'm a little inconsistent, right? I might start journaling and then fall off journaling. So I'm going to show you guys all of the journals that I have. If you're interested, I can share some of the things that are actually in these journals because it can be kind of funny. So these journals start from like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Yeah, I want to say like 2017. So here, actually, yeah, I'll pull that one out in just a second, but I have a huge pile. So I'm going to show you guys first, before I show you guys all these journals, and before we really get into the meat and potatoes of success and what it looks like and what it means, make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video or go live. I decided to go live super spontaneously today because I am so busy. But this is a priority. And so I wanted to make sure that even though I'm really busy later on this afternoon, that I make time for the channel and make time for all of you. So I'm going to jump into these journals. Okay, so the first thing I have here is a planner. So I am kind of weird about planners because I like to get them without dates on them so that I can add the dates so that if I get lazy one year, I can still use it the next year. So I've actually had this particular journal and I'm showing you these in no particular order, mostly because I don't put the year on most things. But I've had this particular journal for, probably 2018 or so. I've had this journal for a long time. I've used it super inconsistently. You can tell, I have all these pages left in it. But it starts in June. I'm not sure what year. June 28th is when this one started. So this is my first planner. So I'm going to show you guys the planners. And I promise I have a reason for showing you all these things, and I'm going to get to in just a second. But before that, I want to show you guys. So I also have this journal. I've had this journal for a really long time. I know for a fact that, this is from 2010. This is from when I graduated high school. So that's kind of cool. So from 2010, here's 2016. The Role of National Identity in a Rapidly Changing World by Dr. Haig Finholt. Yeah, I guess I was studying that at some point, and this was the journal for that. Here's my shopping list in this journal. Nutritional science. So see, this was a journal that I used at one point. Here's a recipe for a smoothie. And then it ends. And then this journal ends. So here, this journal had some really heavy content. It had some manifestations. It had some prayers. It had study notes. And then it devolved into smoothie recipes. Okay, so that's this journal. Okay, over to the side. Now I have this journal. I don't know when this is from. Okay, so this journal was used as a planner in April 24th of some year is when it started. Okay, cool. So it started off as like a planner, and then it went into like a financial journal. And then it went into some manifestations. and then back into a planner. Man, I really wish I put the year on things. Actually, this one goes pretty far. That's pretty good. Okay, now I have some manifestations and some financial plans. Okay. So here is how much of this journal that I used. And then here is how much of this journal I have not used. So it's about halfway. So that's pretty good. I'm impressed with myself. I feel less bad about this journal. I used at least half of it. Here is a journal that I never used. So that's fun. All right, here is another journal portfolio thing that I never used. It looks very professional though, doesn't it? I think I bought that for like interviews because I was doing a lot of school interviews and internships and things. And so I bought that to kind of keep track. Here is another notebook that I tore everything out of. It must have had like class notes or something. So like it's about halfway. So it must have had class notes. Usually with class notes, what I do is I write in the journal and then I put them in a 3-ring notebook, which I point over here as if you know, I have a pile of 3-ring notebooks that I use to like organize my thoughts. Okay, here is another notebook. This notebook is also empty. I tore out all the notes. This must have been, I think this was from high school because I remember like finding my so super crazy story. When I went into the Army, my brother threw away like a bunch of my stuff. And when we were getting ready to move, I found my high school backpack, which had all my high school notes. And what I mean by high school notes, I mean like the notes that we passed to each other in our high school secret code. And I did end up tossing them because I'm not storing that stuff. But that was in this notebook. This is a notebook that has one page. It has one page ripped out of it. Or 2 pages. 2 pages ripped out. So I used this notebook at some point and then felt the contents were, you know, crappy. And so I threw them out. Here's another notebook with a bunch of pages ripped out. It is an empty notebook. I promise you guys, stick with me. We're halfway through the pile. I have a reason for showing you all of these things. Here's another notebook. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. All the pages are the pages that I journaled are ripped out of it. So here's another empty notebook. Okay. We're halfway. We're halfway through the crazy notebooks. And I promise we're going to get to the reason why I'm showing you all this stuff. Because I know right now it seems like totally useless information, but it's not. Another empty notebook with some pages ripped out. This pile is getting very big on the other side. Here is another notebook. Now, this notebook is cool. This notebook I'm actually really excited about. This is from when I very first started the YouTube channel. So this was my ideas for the YouTube channel. So this is from 2021. So talked about chakras. I wanted to talk about fears and blockages. So some of this is content on the channel. Okay, this was my manifesting, what I wanted to manifest for. What I wanted as a business, automatic writing, self-hypnosis, affirmations, assertiveness training, witchy things I put. I don't do anything witchy, but I guess in 2021, it was a good idea to me. Psychic development and meditation. So this is cool. This is actually a cool find because this is everything that I wanted to do that I was manifesting for. And this is why journaling is important. This right here, because you can go back and look a few years later and go, what on earth was I thinking? Right? Well, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about rebranding how I do readings in the terms of hypnosis. This is cool. This is when I was starting to do my own research and sort of delving into the endocrine system, which is a huge part of my practice and what I teach people about the endocrine system. So here's all of my notes about researching the endocrine system. So that you guys know, I actually do research. I actually do study. I try to incorporate the newest research in my practice so that I'm not just telling you cool ideas. Like this is real stuff that I've really practiced. Here's some of my own journalings. What does the best version of me look like? Flowy and colorful clothes. Yeah, that's my number one thing. Very superficial. And then so on down the line it goes. Here I was doing some research into energy projections. Oh, and then here it stops. That's the end of this journal. Okay, so I got maybe 2/3 of the way through that journal, but that's cool. I'm gonna set this to the side so that I can start writing in it again. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Oh, we got a page ripped out. That's just random scribbling. So we'll go ahead and throw that in the garbage. Okay. Here's another journal. Oh, this journal is pretty far in. What did I talk about in this one? Manifesting an island with a pale pink haze. Oh, this must have been meditation. So after I meditated, I was journaling what I was seeing in my meditations. Here's me doing research on forensic psychology. Okay, so here's some like old random notes. Oh, here's something I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the Renaissance Fair. Cool. Awesome. Okay, here's some notes on stored energy, where I felt energy was stuck. So this looks like a really cool. This one I used a lot of. So I used more than half. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs barking, but they've decided to start barking. So I've used more like 2/3 of this journal. So that's cool. I'm actually going to set that down there. Okay, here's a journal that I recently got for myself that I've been writing in. And it's mostly just like random notes. Yeah, super random notes, like when I'm in class or when I hear like a cool quote or something like that, I throw that in that journal. This might be boring for some of you, but I promise we are coming to a point. Okay, here's another journal. Here's my full moon and new moon manifestations from 2020 and 2021. Yeah, Angelina, write without thinking too much. That's what this page starts off. Write without thinking too much. This is my notes from after not manifesting, but meditating. So meditate. What I do is I spend like 20-30 minutes meditating, and then I take about 10 minutes afterwards to just write, right? And that's what automatic writing is all about. And so eventually there'll be something like that. This is good. I used more than 2/3 of this journal, so that's awesome. So I'm going to put that down here, mostly because my pile over here is getting too big. This journal is one that I just started writing in. Just random class notes. Hey, Honey and Olaf, come on, guys. So here's one that I've just started writing in. This is one for, let's see, manifesting. Oh, that's it. This is for manifesting. I used 3 pages of it. Okay. One more journal. This journal is really awesome. This journal has, actually, there's another journal out there. I know where it's at. This journal is for song lyrics. And then I have another journal on my piano for song lyrics. That's why I remember that. So that's cool. Okay. So you guys, what is the point? Why am I showing you all these journals? Why would you care? Why do you care? Why do I care? Well, I'm going to tell you. Success is this crazy thing, right? Progress is this crazy thing. It's not always linear. Sometimes we start and we stop and we break and we take a year and we don't do anything, right? Healing as itself, as a process, isn't this thing that we can just continuously do and build on every single day. Sometimes it is, right? Some of these journals are almost completely filled up. That's like if there's 150 pages, right? And you do 1 page a day, that's pretty good. Some of those journals are awesome. They're almost completely filled. Some of them, not so much, right? Does that mean that I'm a crappy, stupid, bad, lazy person? No, it does not. Because I know that I'm not that, right? I have a lot of energy and I do a lot of stuff during the day, including making YouTube videos and talk about journals. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. Now, as I look at these journals, what can I do differently? How can I continue to be successful? Looking at these empty journals, what am I going to do with them? Does that mean that I'm going to fill them all in a day? No. It just means that we can see where progress started, stopped. We can see some of the patterns of like, why did I stop journaling in July or August of every single year? Because if you look at some of those dates, that's when it ends, right? Why does that happen? Well, because everything is in flow. Everything happens for a reason. Now, the important thing about these journals is that almost every single one, actually, besides the 1 or 2 new ones, every single one of these journals has pages ripped out of it, which means every single one of these journals has been written in, right? So I have had progress in every single journal. And even though we have these moments of break where we don't use them or we go and we buy something new, business card, right? Even if we do that, right? Even if we stop and we start new and we buy a new journal and we forget about the old one, you're still making progress in your life, right? Every single day, you wake up and you go throughout your day, right? Every moment when you close your eyes and you open your eyes back up again, it's a new moment to proceed in your life and be successful, right? And really, what does success mean? And this is really fun for me because success means something different for every single person. There are people that I talk to who I'm like, yeah, I have this YouTube channel. And they're like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. I never want to do that. That's nowhere in my awareness of something that I want to do. That's fine. Does that mean they're not a successful person? No. It means that their success and my success are different things, right? So this is the really cool part of what I get to come here and teach all of you and hopefully inspire all of you to find the thing, because we all have a thing that you want to be successful at. Get yourself a journal, right? Write something, write anything. Don't think too much and just write, right? As my one journal entry said, don't think too much, just spend some time writing, spend some time manifesting. Try to make it simple, right? Make it fun, right? As I look through these journals, this might not be fun for you. Well, I'm hoping that it is fun for you, but it's definitely fun for me because I get to see some of my growth, my development, right? As I look through some of these things and I'm like, wow, clearly I was really worried about money at one point because that is all of the journal entries in this one. For this one, it's cool because it's my manifesting. So manifesting week 2. I have no idea what I wrote though, because this is not English. Where is my Mashian? I don't know what that means, but that's what it says. And then this week is about asking for balance, healing, and exercise. So that's cool, right? I did that. Oh, cool. This is about message unit theory. Oh, this is from really recent. This is a really recent one. So random. This is when I started my hypnotherapy course. Anyway, so the point of this is just find the thing that you love. Find the thing that you want to be successful at. I'm also kind of binge watching on the side when I'm not doing stuff. When I'm sitting down and I'm watching TV, I watch this show called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime. Not that they're paying me to, talk about their show, but the show is really great because guess what it's about? It's about persevering in a world in which you're like you're trying to push through, you're trying to make something different. You're trying to stand in your power and deliver something amazing to an audience. And there's all these obstacles and adversities. And guess what? She still moves forward. She still keeps trying. And that's what these journals show me. Even though there's a lot of wasted paper here, right? I still keep trying. I still get up in front of you guys every chance I get, really. And even if there's no way to kind of give notice that I'm going to come on here, I'm still doing what I can to be successful. I'm still taking those steps. So I hope that this video and my crazy journal collection, right, motivates you and inspires you to keep trying, to keep working, to keep stepping a foot in the forward direction, to keep taking those breaths, to keep closing your eyes and opening your eyes again and letting yourself have a new moment to try something different. That's what this is about. Keep going forward because that's really the only way we can go, right? Sure, we can go backwards and we can stand still, but really, what does that serve? Who does that serve? To just stand still and make no forward progress. I can't tell you how many people I talk to on a day-to-day basis, including myself from time to time, who say, well, what if I do that and then this happens and then that happens and then I'll never be successful? Well, what if you don't do anything and those things don't happen and then you're never successful, right? The end game is the same, right? Is that you weren't successful, that you didn't get to do that thing that you wanted to do, right? So today, in front of all of you, I make the commitment to start journaling again, to start putting some content, not just in these journals, right? But also on this channel for all of you to keep putting that forward momentum, to take that fear and set it to the side because it's not real, right? And not to invalidate the fear and say, well, that's stupid fear, it's just dumb, right? No, that fear serves a purpose. That purpose is to keep me safe, right? And I can move forward and you can move forward and we can do something big, right? One thing that I've been thinking a lot about is to make a change, right? To really make a positive change in our world, in our society, in our culture. You can't do it without doing anything, right? You can't make change if you're just sitting still, right? And how many people have come before me in time and made a positive change, who've looked adversity or hardship or obstacle in the eye and said, you know what? I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway, right? That's what I aspire to be. And what I hope that I can inspire you to aspire to as well, right? To use funny words. Anyway, so I hope this motivated you guys all today. If you're not a journaler, hey, guess what? I'm not either, right? I'm not really a journaler, but for some reason I keep buying journals and keep trying to journal. And the reason is because I aspire to be a journaler. I want my life, my progress, my thoughts, my motivations, I want those to be archived. I want people to look back and say, wow, she actually cared. She actually tried, right? She actually put that forward movement, that motivation, that thought to action, right? That's what I'm looking for myself. So take some time to think this week, you guys, over the weekend. What are you aspiring to? What are your goals? Do you have goals, right? In this day and age, some of us don't have goals. We just are doing life, and that's fine, right? And is that taking you anywhere to have no goals? What else is out there for you? This life is too short to do nothing, right? This life is beautiful and expansive and limitless. So let's be limitless, right? Let's be successful in whatever way that looks like for you. Let's make some stuff happen this weekend. So, some of the things I am going to make happen this weekend, I am going to start automatic journaling again. It is my goal to make my automatic journaling a segment here on the YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in. If you want to be a part of the automatic journaling club, which is essentially just going to be taking some time to do some automatic writing. I'll tell you guys and teach you guys all about how to do it. It's very simple, very easy. It is not something that we need to complicate with thought. It's just something to do that's, I think it's incredible. I think it's very healing and cathartic. So I recommend it. And it's something that I think would benefit people. So I'm going to start bringing my automatic writings back. If you watch the beginning of my YouTube channel, like the first, or actually maybe the second year of the YouTube channel, almost every video that I did was about automatic writing, was like automatic writing content. So I would go, I would meditate, I would take some time to kind of ground myself and center myself. I would do some automatic writing, and then I would go out to the woods and I would tell you guys all about the automatic writing. So I loved that. I thought that was amazing and powerful, and I'm going to bring that back. Let me know what you guys think. If you love that idea, great. If you hate that idea, great. Tell me about it, right? Let's talk. So everybody, I'm Angelina. I am your spiritual alignment coach. This is my YouTube channel, Spiritual Connections LLC. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a spiritual coach. I am an alignment coach. I love the behavior. I love the brain. I love everything about people. And it is my goal to investigate and make positive changes in the world. So that I proclaim to all of you here on my YouTube channel. Does that mean I'm going to be perfect? No. Right? Because then nobody's going to be perfect. That doesn't exist. But it is my goal to aspire to helping people and helping myself, right? In my own development, my own growth. And so that is what this YouTube channel is about. So that's what I have for you guys today. I might come on later if I have a little bit more of an opening so that I can really come on here and talk with you guys. I'll know a little bit more about that later. So I'll keep you guys posted. And I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel. Please make sure you like and subscribe, hitting that little bell so you get notified. Send these videos to people that you think would be interested in spiritual development, in hypnosis, in the brain, in behavior, in science, in community, because that's what this channel is for. All right, everybody, until next time, I'm Angelina, and I will see you next time. Bye.